A very good morning to all of you and welcome to BYJU'S Exam Prep, the most comprehensive preparation app for all exams. So as we all know, from Monday to Thursday, 11 a.m. in the morning, we come up with the Hindu analysis. Today is 8th February and that is Wednesday, and we are here with the Hindu analysis of 8th February. So if I'm audible and visible, just write in the comments, yes sir, you're audible, so that we can start our session. अगर मेरी आवाज आ रही है तो आप एक बार कमेंट सेक्शन में लिख दो yes sir, you're audible, so that we can start. Am I audible, guys? मेरी आवाज आ रही है? Okay, yes. So let's start with an important article. So these three are actually important ones. The first is Supreme Court declines to take up pleas against elevating lawyers. Then there's another article, existing limit to fix OBC non-creamy layer enough. Then earthquake hits Turkey and Syria, killing more than 6,000 people. I hope you all are aware of this news. So let's start with this one. We have discussed yesterday about it in detail, that a lawyer named Victoria Gowdy, and so her appointment as a judge of Madras, additional judge of Madras High Court, became controversial because of many reasons and all. So people filed a petition and all, and this petition was actually rejected by the Supreme Court. Okay. So this is, please watch. If you have not watched it, please go and search BYJU'S CLAT 7th February and you will get to know about it. So watch this yesterday's session where we have discussed in detail about it. So yesterday the petition was filed, but it was rejected, and finally she actually took the oath of office as a Madras High Court additional judge. Okay, so just have an idea about it now. So that is about it. Go and read more about it in yesterday's class. Yes, Victoria Gowdy takes oath as the Madras High Court judge. Supreme Court later quashes plea against her appointment. So we have discussed in detail about it yesterday, so I'm not going in detail. Okay, now let's start ask a question for you. So this is the first question. A High Court judge is appointed by, your options are Vice President of India, President of India, Chief Justice of India, Collegium. Your time starts now. See, in the upcoming MHCT and CLAT exam, this question would likely, there is highly likelihood that there would be questions from here. So a High Court judge is appointed by whom? So the right answer to this question, your time is up, is President of India. So B is the right answer to this question. Okay. Some people would be saying ki option 3 or 4, but that is not the correct option. This is not the correct option. This is not the correct option. The correct option is option B or option 2. So B is the right answer, and Shubham Jaswal has answered it correctly. I will be explaining why I have not corrected, I have not marked 4 or 3 to be correct. I'll be explaining this. Yes. But before that, there is another question. Which article of the Indian Constitution deals with the appointment of a High Court judge? Your options are Article 124, Article 217, Article 148, Article 191. भारत के संविधान का कौन सा अनुच्छेद जो है वो हाई कोर्ट जज के अपॉइंटमेंट की बात करता है? Please answer it. First you answer it, then I will explain you the reasons why I have told you that previous questions answer would be President. So the Article 217 actually talks about appointment of a High Court judge. Okay, so 124 talks about appointment of Supreme Court judge. And related to that, and 217 talks about appointment of High Court judge. Okay. So B is the right answer to this question. Please, you must be aware of it because that is very, very important. And since it is in the news, the appointment of a High Court judge is in the news because of controversy and all. So you must be aware of it. So B is the right answer. Yes, Rashmikant Oja is right. Now read this statement. Every judge of a High Court shall be appointed by President. Okay, likha hua hai. So that is why every judge of both Supreme Court and High Court is appointed by the President, right? On the recommendation, on consultation of Chief Justice of India. Now, this actually meaning of Chief Justice of India has been expanded now. And now this Chief Justice of India means collegium. Collegium of 3 judges. Yes. So it is appointed by the President on the recommendation of collegium. So that is why when I was giving this question, I asked you, a High Court judge is appointed by President, or you can say on the recommendation of collegium. On the recommendation or advice. ठीक है, but the word when someone says a high court judge is appointed by whom, so the answer should be president of India. ठीक है, so earlier it was on the recommendation of Chief Justice of India, but now after second and third judges case we do not use the word this, we say the president appoints a high court judge on the recommendation of collegium. ठीक है, I think it's very crystal clear. I know it's a slight minute thing, but yes, you must be aware of that. So here the B is the right answer to this question. इसको पढ़िएगा, and if a high court judge wants to resign, he or she will be sending the resignation to, of course, the president of India. Okay, and his removal is similar to the removal of a Supreme Court judge mentioned in 124. Please be aware of it. These are very important, minute facts, but important ones. तो ये वाला हो गया. Now let's talk about this existing limit to fix OBC non-creamy layer enough. For OBC, non-creamy layer OBC is considered sufficient. Center tells LS. LS means Lok Sabha. Lok Sabha. The green carpet is Lok Sabha, है ना? And if the carpet is red, that is called as Rajya Sabha, है ना? ठीक है. Now, there's a question for you. Please answer it. Then I'll be explaining what the article was. The question is, what currently an annual income of parents of X or more excludes OBC from availing reservation. What is X? 8 lakh, 6 lakh, 4.5 lakh, 7 lakh. So your time starts now. Answer it. Waiting for the answers, and everyone please press the like button, guys. We are seeing 9 likes, 18 is watching, so सबको like button press कर दो. So the right answer actually to this question is 8 lakh. ठीक है, yes, शाहनूर आलम, very good. So X पूछा जा रहा है कि कितना लिमिट है, अगर इससे ज्यादा if your parents is earning, even if you belong to OBC caste, you will not be getting the reservation benefit of OBC. Yes, Shubham, Khushi, you all are right, is the right answer to this question. ठीक है, so that is what it says. Currently an annual income of 8 lakh. So if your parents, means both father and mother together is earning more than 8 lakh per annum means per year, then even if you belong to the OBC caste, still you will not be getting the OBC reservation because you will be under OBC creamy layer category. So when you are in creamy layer category, you will not be getting the benefit of reservation. Now there has been a lot of recommendation that this 8 lakh should be increased to 10 lakh. These are the recommendations. But the government has said कि no, 8 lakh is fine. ठीक है, तो कई सारी रिकमेंडेशन है कि 8 लाख से बढ़ाकर 10 लाख सालाना कर देना चाहिए, बट सरकार ने कहा कि नहीं, 8 लाख वाला कैटेगरी फाइन है. Okay, yes, let's move on to another article. On the first page, talking about quake hits past 6,000 as Turkey, Syria seeks survivors. So 6,000 से ऊपर हो सकता है, 10,000 से भी ऊपर हो गया, we don't know exactly. So I have told you in yesterday's class as well that southern portion of Turkey and north portion plus north portion of Syria got affected with it, the quake or earthquake, you can say. Okay, there is a homework. Go and find out which mountain range is this, which mountain range is there in the region where earthquake happened. So this is the homework. After the class is over, you write it in the recorded video will be provided. So in the comment section, you can write which mountain range is there in the region where earthquake happened recently. I mean in Turkey. So what is the name of that mountain range? इसको find out करना ये homework है. ठीक है. Now, so this is, I have told you already in the last class as well कि this is India, this is Turkey and Syria. So somewhere here between the southern portion of Turkey and Syria, northern portion of Turkey. Northern portion of Syria and southern portion of Turkey, the earthquake happened. India has sent its actually help. 2 Indian Air Force planes land in earthquake hit Turkey with medical teams. You can see it here. So one of the very fast response given by India. Yes, you can see these are the images. Last night an IAF C-17 got C-17 Globemaster, काफी बड़ा plane माना था. C-17 Globemaster बहुत बड़ा सा plane है. I mean we have I think taken from USA, है ना? So बहुत huge माना जाता है. ठीक है, so sent to Turkey, bearing rescue teams and all. So this is the tweet by Indian Air Force. आप देख सकते हो ये सब images like this. तो वो ये plane के inside का मैंने बताया ना कि जो C-17 है ना वो बहुत huge है. ठीक है, it's a very huge plane. आप देख सकते हो कितने सारे लोग इसमें बैठ सकते हैं, कितना सारा सामान है इसके अंदर. And these are the teams actually which are going to help the people in Turkey. ये inside the plane है, inside C-17. ठीक है, airplane. And yes, you can see इस तरह पीछे से entry करने का है. ठीक है, so yes, the people are taking actually the aid and all inside it. NDRF लिखा है ना, National Disaster Response Force. इसको पढ़िएगा एग्जाम में. Go and find out, read about NDRF. National Disaster Response Force, who is the chairman, when it was formed, it was a result of which parliamentary law. NDRF because it is related with disaster, National Disaster Response Force. तो इसको आप पढ़िएगा. Yes, Rashmikant, very good. Taurus mountain range, very good. In that region, you will find Taurus mountain range, where the earthquake happened. Okay, so yes, you can see these are the NDRF personnel with dogs. Why do they take dogs? Because that helps find out the people actually which are caught inside the debris. देखो जैसे मान लीजिए डेब्रिस, इसके अंदर अगर आदमी फंसा हुआ है ना, अगर वो जिंदा है तो कुत्ता की हेल्प से क्या होता है ना, वो सूंघ लेता है और वो पता कर लेगा. सो द डॉग वुड बी हेल्पफुल इन फाइंडिंग आउट द पर्सन हु इज अलाइव इनसाइड द डेब्रिस, एंड दैट इज व्हाई डॉग्स आर सेंट. ठीक है, इसीलिए डॉग्स का बहुत इंपॉर्टेंस होता है अर्थक्वेक के बाद. ओके, सो दैट इज व्हाई यू कैन सी द डॉग्स आर बीइंग टेकन, है ना. ओके, now before moving on guys, there's a small announcement. Those who are preparing for CLAT 2024, the exam is going to happen in December 2023, so hardly 10 months, 9 or 10 months is left. If you have not started, you should not delay now. बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा then. 300 plus recorded videos, 300 plus hours of live session, 35 plus mock tests we are providing. So call on this number 953889568 and join it fast as soon as possible. Okay, yes. So इस पर आप कॉल कर लीजिएगा. And at 7 PM on 12th February, we'll be having a free workshop, time management tips for CLAT and boards with Abhimanyu sir. So the link is given in the description. वहां से आप register कर लीजिए. Please register that, or you can go to BYJU'S exam prep app and on CLAT section you can register from there as well. Yes, epicenter is the trisection of Arabian Plate, Eurasian, African. Very good, Rashmikant Oja. Good. Okay, now let's talk about editorials. But before that, guys, we are seeing only 10 likes. So सबको like button press कर दो. Everyone, please press the like button, guys. So these are the 4 articles. So let's just start with this one. A poly crisis that is depleting Pakistan's resilience. So this actually has been written by some Pakistani scholar. So he is actually talking about the issues related with Pakistan. So the main issue is economic crisis he's talking about. Then of course terrorism and all, a lot of other issues are there. So basically he is talking about economic crisis. तो इसमें उन्होंने अकबर ज़ैदी साहब ने economic crisis से related बात की है. So Pakistan is no stranger to crisis. In fact, any reading of Pakistan's history will inform, etc., refugee crisis, etc., and all. So he's going in detail about the issues of the crisis which Pakistan witnessed in the past and all. So we are not supposed to go in detail. That is not from important from your exam point of view. But कुछ important चीजें हैं जो आपको बेसिक पता होना चाहिए. इतना डिटेल नहीं जाना पाकिस्तान के बारे में, इकोनॉमिक क्राइसिस क्या है क्या नहीं है. But yes, the basic, the important points, just be aware of it. Like for example, I hope you are aware there is an organization called as IMF, International Monetary Fund, which actually helps the countries during BOP crisis, or what we call it as balance of payment crisis. So go and read about it. What is balance of payment crisis, or foreign exchange, when foreign exchange gets very less. So in that case, IMF comes and help. So IMF is actually planning to help with $1.1 billion, but putting a very severely harsh condition. So actually IMF will help Pakistan, but with very tough conditions. तो होता क्या है कि जब भी IMF आता है मदद करने के लिए, तो वो अपना कंडीशन रखता है कि आपको इकोनॉमी को ऐसे ऐसे सेट करना होगा मेरे हिसाब से. Okay, so like for example, when we were having a 1991 crisis, the IMF, we took help from IMF. We are talking about India in 1991. So IMF told us to open the economy, so we did liberalization, privatization, globalization reforms. ठीक है, तो यही बात है कि आपको जो है ना IMF जो है वो टफ कंडीशन सेट करता है, तो इसी की वो बात करें. So he's talking about the same. So yes, you can see it here. So IMF would be helping Pakistan by providing $1.1 billion aid, but the conditions will be very tough. Okay, yes. Now, where do you find the headquarters of IMF? Your option starts. Your option is New York, Washington DC, Los Angeles, Chicago. Your time starts now. IMF का हेडक्वार्टर आपको कहां मिलेगा? Everyone please press the like button, guys. सबको like button press करते जाओ. Yes, the right answer to this question is Washington DC. B is the right answer to this question. So IMF का हेडक्वार्टर आपको मिलेगा Washington DC में. Okay, so just have an idea about it. Now there's a homework. Go and find out. There's a lady named Geeta Gopinath. She's from India. She is on an important position in IMF. So what is the name of her post? Go and find out. Yes, very good. Khushi Kumari, Priya Chavan, Amolya, Hafiz Ibrahim, Amolya, Savita, Zoya, Rashmikant, you all were right. Washington DC is the headquarters of IMF. Now please go and find out and answer it. Geeta Gopinath is a very famous lady from India, and actually she is having a very important position. She's at a very important position in IMF. What is the name of that position? उस position का नाम बताइए जिस पर वो है. And if possible, go and find out who is the head or president of IMF. Chairman word use करते हैं, so chairman of IMF. ये भी find out करो. Yes, Rashmikant Oja, right, very good. Yes. So Geeta Gopinath is first deputy. चेयरमैन तो नहीं लिखेंगे, मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर लिखते हैं एक्चुअली. डेप्यूटी मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर. चलो ठीक है, बहुत हद तक आप करीब पहुंच गए. First deputy managing director of IMF. So this word is used. And you must be aware of it because yes, she comes in the news and all. Yes, Rashmikant. हाँ, Amulya Raj has given me the perfect answer. Deputy managing director word use करते हैं, ठीक है. हालांकि बात वही है deputy chairman को, but the word they are using, I am just explaining that. And go and find out who is the chairman of IMF. इसको आप find out करो, ठीक है. Yes. So we have discussed in yesterday also that in Pakistan the foreign exchange reserve is very less. Foreign reserve currencies. Plus inflation is going very high. तो inflation महंगाई बहुत ऊपर चला गया है. Foreign currency नहीं है, so they cannot import very much. There are restrictions on imports. Yes, because you do not have foreign currency, so how can you import something by paying in dollars or something like that? है ना? इसीलिए ये बहुत बड़ी समस्या है पाकिस्तान में. Yes, Kristalina Georgieva. Yes, very good, very good. So the chairman, actually chairperson is Kristalina Georgieva. Yes, good. Okay. Now the next is, who among the following is the Prime Minister of Pakistan? Since we are talking about Pakistan's economy, so you must have basic idea about it. Your options are Nawaz Sharif, Shehbaz Sharif, Imran Khan, Pervez Musharraf. Your time starts now. Answer it. सबको like button press कर दो. We are seeing 15 likes and 25 is watching only. So सबको like button press कर दो. Everyone. The Prime Minister of Pakistan is Shehbaz Sharif. So B is the right answer to this question. ये आपको पता होना चाहिए. Because of course they can ask. Yes, Priya Chavan is right. B is the right answer to this question. Okay. Now, yes, Amulya Raj, you all are right. जिन्होंने भी B answer किया है, सब लोग सही हो. Shahnur Alam, yes. The next is open season post-poll tie is more crucial in Meghalaya than pre-poll understanding. See, this is a political article. तो political article उतना पढ़ना नहीं होता, but just have an idea कि we'll be having an elections on 27th February. ठीक है. So we are left with hardly 19 days. So on 27th February we'll be having elections in Meghalaya. So about which the article is being talking about. ठीक है. अभी सबसे ज़्यादा famous party NPP है. ठीक है. In fact, it is one of the national party as well. So इसके बारे में let's see. Let's wait for the elections. Once the election is done, we'll be talking about the new chief minister and all. ठीक है. तो एक बार चुनाव हो जाए complete, तो जो नए मुख्यमंत्री बनते हैं उसके बारे में हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे. ठीक है. Yes. Okay. Let's move on further. Fiscal consolidation in the context of the budget, और ये है India Canada ties and all. देखो ये वाला जो है ना थोड़ा सा it's a tough article for you because different difficult keywords are used. So I'll be explaining only the simple words. ठीक है. अब देखो the word fiscal consolidation, इसका क्या मतलब होता है? What is the meaning of fiscal consolidation? So in short you can say consolidation, है ना? It means actually in short reducing fiscal deficit. इस तरह समझ सकते हो. So that is what you can say is fiscal consolidation. Now, what do you mean by this fiscal deficit? So I'm explaining in short. Let's say, for example, you have 0 rupee. You have 0 rupee this year. Okay. Now you earned 100 rupees. You earned 100 rupees this year, but spent 120 rupees. ठीक है. आपके पास पहले कोई पैसा नहीं था. 100 रुपये आपने कमाया और 120 रुपया खर्चा कर दिया. ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता है. You will be asking, sir, how can this be possible that I earned 100 rupees and I spent 120? It means you must have taken 20 rupees as loan, right? So this is your fiscal deficit. यही तो fiscal deficit हो गया. जैसे हम लोग कहते हैं ना कि आमदनी कम है और खर्चा ज्यादा है, तो आप फिर मैनेज कहाँ से कर रहे हैं? आपने कर्ज लिया होगा अगर आपके पास पहले कोई वेल्थ नहीं है, तो वही जो कर्ज दिया वही तो fiscal deficit होता है. So we have to reduce it. So how can it be reduced? So when we are talking about government's fiscal deficit, how to reduce? It's very simple. Expenditure reduce कर दो, है ना, और रेवेन्यू बढ़ा दो, और रिसीट whatever you can use the word, है ना, रेवेन्यू यानी पैसा ज्यादा कमाओ और खर्चा कम करो तो डेफिसिट कम हो जाएगा, जीरो पर आ जाएगा. Yes, that is what is being talking about. ठीक है. इसी को पूरा उन्होंने डिटेल में बताया है, परसेंटेज वाइज एक्सप्लेन करके, लाइक इंक्रीज इन कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर एटसेट्रा एंड ऑल. इतना आपको डिटेल नहीं जाना, बट यू शुड हैव एन आइडिया. नाउ ये कीवर्ड याद रखना चाहिए, फिस्कल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी इन बजटरी मैनेजमेंट एक्ट सेज दैट फिस्कल डेफिसिट शुड बी the target of fiscal deficit was actually 3% of GDP, है ना, यानी 3% फिस्कल डेफिसिट है जीडीपी का होना चाहिए by the end of March 2021. But because of many reasons it could not happen. One of the reasons perhaps was COVID and a lot of other reasons, so it could not happen. देखो अब कहाँ पे fiscal deficit is here. अब देखो in the end of this fiscal year, this will be the fiscal year, I mean by the end of 31st March 2023, 2023 चल रहा है, so this one, so by the end of 31st March 2023 India's fiscal deficit would be, FD I'm writing in short, fiscal deficit would be 6.4%. और टारगेट क्या है फिस्कल FRBM एक्ट का, अकॉर्डिंग टू फिस्कल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी बजटरी मैनेजमेंट एक्ट द टारगेट शुड बी 3% ऑफ जीडीपी, 3% तक होना चाहिए, और है कितना इस साल के एंड तक 6.4%. इट इज इवन मोर देन डबल, सो वी आर क्वाइट अवे फ्रॉम द टारगेट. इसका मतलब हम लोग बहुत ज्यादा खर्चा कर रहे हैं एज कंपेयर टू रेवेन्यू, सो वी आर स्पेंडिंग अ लॉट एज कंपेयर टू रेवेन्यू, सो वी आर एक्चुअली क्रॉसिंग दिस लिमिट, बट वी होप दैट इन फ्यूचर इट वुड बी अराउंड 3%. ठीक है. Now let's talk about this foreign exchange reserve. देखो इससे क्वेश्चन आया था actually, like for example this question was asked in CLAT 2020. What is the foreign exchange reserve or forex of India? ठीक है, ये क्वेश्चन पूछा था CLAT 2020 में, हो सकता है फिर से दे दे कहीं और एग्जाम में. So according to economic survey, by the end of by the end of 31st March 2023, it is projected that India's foreign exchange reserve would be around $563 बिलियन. ये है, पूरा याद रखना ऐसे. तो ये उम्मीद लगाई जाती है कि 31 मार्च 2023 तक, अच्छा यहाँ पे दिसंबर एंड लिख रहे हैं, खैर चलो ठीक है, ये दिसंबर एंड बता रहे हैं तो 31 मार्च मत लिखो, ठीक है, तो फिर 31 दिसंबर लिखो. 31 दिसंबर 2022 तक एक्चुअली $563 बिलियन था, यानी पिछले साल 31 दिसंबर तक $563 बिलियन था, मतलब इसी के आसपास था. इवन इफ यू रिमेंबर कि 550 के आसपास है, दैट इज ऑल्सो फाइन. ठीक है, थोड़ा बहुत ऊपर नीचे होता रहता है. It keeps on, I mean you are not supposed to remember the exact number because it is not possible. It keeps on varying, but yes, around it you should be knowing it is around 550 or 560 billion dollar. That's it. ठीक है. Now अब इसमें उन्होंने बहुत डिटेल में गए हैं, so I'm not going in detail because that is not important for you, but the basic facts you are supposed to remember. बस उतना काफी है आपके लिए. ठीक है, जैसे इन्फ्लेशन कितना है, CPI 11.5%, 6.8% इज WPI होलसेल प्राइस इंडेक्स. CPI is consumer price index, WPI is wholesale price index. ठीक है, so just have an idea about it. Okay, India and Canada are looking at the big picture as they put behind discords. So basically, recently the foreign minister of Canada visited India, and you can see with she met actually the foreign minister of India. India-Canada foreign minister discussed reset in ties with Indo-Pacific strategy. Her name is Melania Joly, and she met S. Jaishankar, India's foreign minister. ठीक है, so दोनों की मुलाकात हुई. So just have an idea about it. ठीक है. And yes, several issues were raised. One was actually related with Khalistani referendum call in Canada, etc. It was very much in the news in last year. So India raised a serious concern about it. कि why such thing is happening in Canada. India wants action on Khalistani group holding Punjab referendum in Canada. So this is 7 September article last year. तो ये last year की article है. इस पर भी बात हुई, ये लिखा हुआ है कि एक्चुअली दिस वाज आल्सो वन ऑफ द इश्यूज दैट वर सपोज्ड टू बी डिस्कस्ड एटसेट्रा एंड ऑल. तो ये सब बात हुई, इसको आप पढ़ लीजिएगा जाके. ओके, यस, है ना, यस. ना ओपिनियन पेज में एक आर्टिकल थी, नेग्लेक्टिंग द हेल्थ सेक्टर दैट हैज कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस. सो शी इज टॉकिंग अबाउट कि वी नीड टू फोकस मोर ऑन हेल्थ सेक्टर एंड ऑल. तो उन्होंने बहुत सारे एग्जांपल वगैरह दिया है. ठीक है, सो कुछ स्कीम्स आपको पता होना चाहिए हेल्थ सेक्टर से रिलेटेड. जैसे एक है PMJ, प्रधानमंत्री जन आरोग्य योजना. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ऑल्सो नोन एज आयुष्मान भारत, आयुष्मान भारत स्कीम. ठीक है, these are the keywords you should be aware of it. ठीक है, so the author has talked about different things, numbers, percentage, बहुत सारी चीजें. इसमें बहुत डिटेल नहीं जाना है. हाँ, अरिंदम बागची स्पोक्स पर्सन ऑफ MA. हाँ, 30 crore missing voters are mostly young, urban or migrants and all, है ना. So that is what it is. इसमें ये बताया जा रहा है कि 30 करोड़ लोग मिसिंग हैं, यंग अर्बन माइग्रेंट्स एंड ऑल. ठीक है, इसको भी आप चाहो तो पढ़ सकते हो. जस्ट हैव अ बेसिक आइडिया अबाउट इट. कि इंडिया हैज विटनेस्ड अ मोर देन 4-fold इंक्रीज इन द नंबर ऑफ इलेक्टर्स सिंस 1962। 1962 से लेके अभी तक 4 गुना 4 टाइम्स वोटर्स की आबादी बढ़ी है, ठीक है। 94.5 करोड़ वोटर्स हैं आउट ऑफ 135 करोड़ पॉपुलेशन। सब तो 18 प्लस नहीं ना है, सो 94.5 करोड़ आर एक्चुअली वोटर्स एंड बट ऑलमोस्ट 1/3 ऑफ देम स्टेड अवे फ्रॉम एक्सरसाइजिंग देयर फ्रेंचाइज। अब देखो, मान लो लेट्स से वी आर हैविंग 135 करोड़ पॉपुलेशन and almost 94.5 करोड़ आर एक्चुअली 18 प्लस, है ना, 18 साल से ऊपर ही के लोग वोट दे सकते हैं ना। एंड आउट ऑलमोस्ट 1/3 ऑफ देम, यानी 1/3 यानी कितना होगा 33%। सो अगर 1/3 ऑफ 94 करते, अगर 99 मान लो है तो 33 हो जाएगा। तो अगर 94.5 में अगर आप लगभग 30 घटा दो लगभग आसपास, तो समवेयर अराउंड 64.5। सो इट मींस इफ वी आर हैविंग 135 करोड़ पॉपुलेशन, 94.5 crore are actually eligible to vote, but only hardly around 60 crore people go and vote. 61 crore people go and vote. ठीक है, ये 65 कर लो, ठीक है। तो यही वो बता रहे हैं कि कई सारे लोग स्टे अवे फ्रॉम एक्सरसाइजिंग देयर फ्रेंचाइज। कई सारे लोग 18 प्लस के, वो लायक भी है वोट देने के, तो भी वो वोट नहीं देते हैं जाके। सो एक समस्या है, दैट इज ऑफ कोर्स। हाँ, सो अमिड टॉक्स ऑफ टेकिंग द वोटर टर्नआउट टू 75%, यानी कम से कम 75% तो वोटर टर्नआउट होना चाहिए ना, है ना। दैट शुड बी एटलीस्ट द केस एंड ऑल। तो इसी की बात की जा रही है ना। हु इज द चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर? सो मिस्टर राजीव कुमार। जस्ट हैव एन आइडिया अबाउट इट। एक और था स्पाई बैलून केस इन यूएस एरोस्पेस। इसको मैंने कई बार डिस्कस किया है इन यस्टरडेज क्लास, डे बिफोर यस्टरडे वी हैड डिस्कस्ड दिस। सो गो एंड वॉच 6 जनवरी क्लास, ठीक है, द हिंदू एनालिसिस 6 फरवरी, नॉट जनवरी, 6 फरवरी क्लास। यू विल गेट दिस सेशन where I have talked about this in detail. तो इसमें हुआ ये था कि that is how actually it is. The balloon, there is an allegation that the balloon started from China, went to this from here, Montana, and then from this to Carolina was shot down. देखो ऐसे क्या हुआ? So that is how the thing is. So it started from China, went like this, some perhaps went to Alaska, and it went to first Montana. तो Montana जो जगह है ना, it's in USA. It was first spotted here. And Montana is famous for nuclear plant, and that is why it became a very serious issue. Then it went actually to South Carolina. यहाँ पे गया, तो मैं clearly बनाता हूँ। ऐसे start हुआ, it went like this, went to Montana, the balloon, and then it went to South Carolina. और यहाँ पर actually this is the place of South Carolina. This was the place where actually the balloon was shot down. यहाँ पे उसको shot down कर दिया गया। But seen for the first time here, seen first time, ठीक है। And now why is Montana important? क्यों Montana इतना important है? Because this is the place in America where you will find nuclear plant. तो nuclear plant तो बहुत important चीज होती है ना, sensitive जगह होती है, okay? And that is why it was in the news, ठीक है। The suspected side balloon was seen in the US nuclear base में देखा गया था, वही Montana में, ठीक है। And then फिर यहाँ गया तो वहां जाके साउथ कैरोलिना में उसको गिरा दिया गया। So that is why you must be aware of it. Okay, now the next one is Turkey Syria earthquake reminds PM of Bhuj tragedy, and he became emotional last year in this. No. So there's a question, when did the Bhuj earthquake happen? 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. So Bhuj is a place in Gujarat where actually the earthquake happened. So your time starts now. So when PM Modi actually got to know about Turkey and Syria, he became emotional talking about the Bhuj earthquake which happened in Gujarat. So you tell me the year when it happened. So yes, the right answer is 2001. Yes, Priya Chavan, very good. अभी मैंने देखा भी था यहाँ पर लिखा हुआ तो है 2001 भुज earthquake. Yes. So here it is actually. This is Gujarat, and here it is actually Bhuj. This is a place called Bhuj. ठीक है. Yes. Yes, Shahnur, Zoya Khan, you all are right. हाँ. So this is all about today's class. Let me ask you some more thing about it. ठीक है. First, there's a homework. Go and find out. There was a tsunami which actually affected this region. नीचे में आया था, है ना? So there was a tsunami which came in 2004. So please go and find out what was the Richter scale measurement of this. कितना Richter scale पर आया था earthquake? What was the Richter scale? I mean on the scale actually the earthquake happened near actually Indonesia, which caused tsunami. Okay, so what was the Richter scale measurement? That is what the homework is. Now, after the tsunami of 2004, an act was passed in 2005 that is called as Disaster Management Act. Okay. Disaster Management Act, which resulted into the formation of NDMA, National Disaster Management Authority, and whose chairman is X. So go and find out who is the chairman of X. And this Disaster Management Authority, Disaster Management Act also led to the establishment of NDRF, National Disaster Response Fund, or National Disaster Response Force. So go and find out who is the chairman of NDRF, who is the chairman of NDMA, etc. and all. Okay? So these are the homeworks of today's class. So this is all about today's class. Please subscribe to our channel, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Telegram, and download the BYJU'S exam prep app. Thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Today's class was slightly shorter because there was nothing much more to explain. So thank you everyone. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.